Hey, aloha! You made it back to your mat. It is time once again to give ourselves a little self-love. Just make sure you grab your blocks, your water, and if you love this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and to let anybody know about it. It's very helpful so that I can create more content for you all. So my name is Nathie and I'll be guiding you in this practice. I'll see you there. Aloha. Aloha everyone. So we'll just start in a wide-legged child's pose. You can have your blocks underneath your hands, just like this, if this is comfortable for you. You can also have your elbows on your blocks and bring your hands behind your head. So bring your big toes to touch. Open the knees about mat width apart. Send your hips back into your heels. And just release your forehead down on your mat. We'll take a few deep cleansing breaths here, recognizing the sensation that's already happening in our hips. Take a really deep breath deep down into the belly. And then exhale, release the heart closer down to the mat. Again, sending the breath all the way up into the chest. And as you exhale, notice every part of the exhalation coming out of the nose or mouth, through the chest, and all the way down and out into the belly. Do a few more cycles of breath here on your own. Starting to turn inwards and recognizing how we truly feel right now on our mats, in our bodies. And invite an intention maybe, or notice what kind of energy you'd like to transform or invite on your mat with yourself tonight. Whatever it is that's going on right now, see this as a beautiful gift to the self. You can just relax here. Take one more deep breath, feeling the breath all the way into the nose. And maybe open the mouth and side out. Good. Release the hands, release the blocks on either side of the mat. And then walk your arms, take an inhale and walk your arms to the right and then lower the forehead back down on the mat. Relax the left hip down towards the left heel. Take a really deep breath into the left side. Inhale, expanding the ribs. Exhale, relax your jaw, relax your face. Again, deep inhale into the heart space. Exhale, relax the hips down towards the heels. Inhale, walk your arms to center and then walk them to the left, releasing the forehead back down on the mat. You can choose here to keep your arms active or release them down on the mat. Take a really deep breath into the right side. Exhale, relax your forehead, relax your right armpit. Inhale into the hips. Exhale, relax the hips down into the heels. Good. Inhale, walk yourself back up to center. We'll just slowly bring ourselves up into tabletop. So hips over knees, in line with the knees, and wrists underneath the shoulders. Just walk your hands forward, keeping the hips where they are. I'm just going to go into melting heart for a few breaths here. So you can release the forehead or the chin down on the mat. You can also keep the chest off of the mat as well, just reaching forward. And feel that deep opening happening into the back line of the body and the front line of the body. Good. Inhale, walk yourself back up to a tabletop. Inhale, left arm overhead, and then exhale, send the left arm underneath the right armpit into a hover. Inhale, reach back up, open to the side. Exhale, weave underneath for a hover. Inhale, back up. Exhale, underneath. One more time. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, send the arm underneath the right armpit. Release the left shoulder and the left temple down on the mat and extend. You can extend the right arm forward or bring it behind you for a bind here. Take a deep breath into the belly. Exhale, relax the weight of your shoulder, of your head, of your upper body down into the mat. Couple more breaths here. And then inhale, release that arm. Back to the front. Inhale, sweep that left arm overhead. And then exhale, bring it back down on the mat. We'll do the other side. So inhale, reach the right arm overhead. And then exhale, weave it underneath the left armpit into a hover. Inhale, reach. Up. Exhale, underneath. Inhale, up. Exhale, underneath. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, send the arm underneath, lower the shoulder, lower the right temple. You can extend the left arm forward or bind it behind your lower back. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, relax your entire upper body down into the mat. Notice how you feel in your lower abdomen, in your lower back. Deep breath into the right shoulder. Exhale, release. One more breath. Good. When you're ready, press yourself back up with the left hand, send the right arm overhead, and then release it back down into tabletop. Take the left knee, circle that left knee wide. Big circles here. We're just starting to warm up the hips, making sure your wrists are beneath your shoulders. Notice how that feels in every part of that left hip. And then switch directions with your circles. Keep breathing, stay connected with breath. And then when you're ready, open the knee out directly to the side and hover it. Stay there for 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. Good. Take the right knee, start drawing big circles with the right knee in your tabletop. Notice how that feels in your right hip compared to the left. Maybe it's different, maybe it's the same. And then switch directions with your circles here. And then when you're ready, send the right knee directly to the side, parallel to the hip and the mat. And hold it here, looking down at the mat. Draw the belly button into the spine for 2, 1, and lower it down. On your next inhale, Send the left foot back onto the ball of the foot. Maybe sway forward and back here a little bit. And when you're ready, take the right shin out, pivot the back foot onto its side, and come into a modified side plank, sending the left arm overhead. Press out of that back knife edge of the foot. Draw the navel into the spine here, activating the core, activating all of the area of the body here. Option here to lift the back leg parallel to the mat. You can also send the left arm overhead, shoulder down and away from the left ear, palm facing down. If you want to go deeper, you can bend the top knee, grab the left ankle with the left hand, and press the hip forward, pressing the foot into the hand, relaxing the neck. Quad stretch, hip flexor stretch here. And then on your next inhale, release the leg back parallel to the mat, arms sent up to the sky, and then bring that left hand down, pivot back onto the hands and the knees. Inhale, send the right foot back, swaying forward and back, feeling a nice calf stretch here. Good. And when you're ready, pivot that left shin to the left and pivot the back foot onto its side and send the right arm overhead here. Press the knife edge of the back foot into the mat. Activate the core. Just relax the neck, looking sideways. Inhale, maybe lift that back leg up parallel to the mat. Activating that leg. Maybe sending the right arm overhead, palm facing down, but keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Option to bend that top knee, grabbing that right ankle with the right hand. Pressing the hip forward, pressing the foot into the hand. Feeling a nice chest opening, a nice front line of the body opening here. Relax your jaw. And then release the ankle, leg parallel to the mat, arm up towards the sky. And then turn back onto the front into your tabletop. Good. And then here we're going to tuck the toes. Make sure the knees are underneath the hips. Tuck the toes. Send your hips back for your down dog. Pedal the feet here. Being mindful of your breath. And then come to stillness in your down dog. Open the fingers wide. Look at your toes, look at the feet, making sure they're pointing forward here. Press out of the mat with your hands. Feel all of the upper back holding you up, sending the tailbone up and away from you as you draw the navel into the spine. Relax the head, relax the neck. Feel the head being really heavy here. But again, if your elbows are pointing outwards, draw them back down towards the mat. Your shoulders will be opening and sending an opening in the upper back here. Draw the chest maybe a little closer to the thighs. And look at where your gaze is. Notice your gaze right between the thighs. Take an inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. Again, inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, heels up. Maybe keeping the legs straight or bending the knees. Walk yourself to the front of the mat. When you're there, release the heels down, fold forward with bent knees. You can have hands on blocks here, Or hold opposite elbows, swaying side to side. Come back to center. Inhale, reach up. Feel all four corners of the feet pushing out of the mat as you reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms overhead, reach. Draw the navel in, bend the knees, exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins. Maybe you'd like to have hands on blocks. Drawing the navel in, reaching the crown forward. Your weight is going into the ball of the feet. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Having your blocks maybe on the highest setting, right in front of each foot, about a foot away. Keep the left hand planted on the block. Bend the left knee. Keep the right leg straight. Send your right arm overhead for a twist. Deep inhale into that right side. Press the right hip towards the back of the mat. Keep breathing here. Feel the outer right hip and thigh opening up right into the side body. And then exhale, unbend the knees, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Keep the right hand planted on the block. Bend the right knee, straighten the left. Send the left arm overhead for a nice side twist. Press the left hip back towards the back of the mat. Deep breath here. Feel that left side opening all the way down into the thigh and all the way up into maybe the obliques here as well. One more breath. And then exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, inhale, come all the way up, reach. Interlace the fingers, point the index to the right for crescent moon. Inhale, back up to center, reach, but keep the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale to the left. Press the right hip out. Feel the feet grounded. Inhale, back to center. We'll do this again. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back up, reach. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back up to center. Listen here, keep your feet grounded. Exhale, twist to the right. So right hand back, left hand forward, looking to the right, but the hip bones are facing forward. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back up. Cactus your arms here. Open the chest. Reach the sternum up. Tuck the front ribs in. Draw the navel in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend knees. Fold forward here. Deep forward fold. So bend the knees. Be swaying side to side. Good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Gently step it back into high plank. Let's take a moment here into high plank. You can also come down on the knees, just like this for a modified plank. We'll just hold plank here. Hips are level with the shoulders. Draw the navel in. And then exhale into down dog. Take a deep breath here. Exhale it out. Inhale forward into high plank. Lower the knees. Lower all the way down onto your chest, keeping your elbows by your sides. When you find yourself down on the mat, untuck toes, hands underneath shoulders. Inhale, raise your head and your shoulders off of the mat and your chest for baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen and lift again. Minimal weight into the hands. Tuck the elbows in, shoulders down and away from the ears. Maybe lift a little higher. Exhale, lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Feel the glutes. Activate the legs by pressing the top of the feet into the mat, lifting the kneecaps. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now take the hands about a foot away from your shoulders, elbows pointing up, tenting the fingers. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the belly up, pressing out of the fingers. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Now listen here, we're going to inhale, press up again. Exhale, drop the right shoulder towards the mat as you look to the left. Inhale, back to center. Lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, drop the left shoulder as you twist to the right. Lowering down. Inhale, back up to center. Reach. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist to the right. Good. Inhale, hands underneath shoulders. Press yourself up into tabletop. Send your hips back for a child's pose. 3 deep breaths here into child's pose, sending the breath down into the lower back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale into your tabletop, tuck your toes, send your hips back for down dog. Feet about hip width apart. You can even have them wider if you'd like. Just notice the back line of the body opening up here, your hamstrings, your calves, all the way into the lower back, mid, the upper, all the way into the fingers. On your next inhale, draw the right leg back behind you into 3-legged dog. Point the right toes down to level out the hips and reach out of the back heel. Inhale. Exhale, draw the knee forward, send your weight forward, look between the hands. Stay here for a breath, lift that heel up higher, doming your upper back, and then exhale, gently step it between the hands. Lower the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, reach the sternum forward. You can have hands on blocks here. If you'd like to have that support, you can do that as well. And just notice here a nice opening in the hip flexor on the left side, the quad. Anjaneyasana. Inhale, arms overhead in your low lunge here. Deep breaths. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the right, arms parallel to the mat. Shoulders down and away from the ears as you reach out of the fingertips. Drop the right hand on the left thigh, sending the left arm overhead. Take a deep breath here. Option to exhale, taking that left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Maybe planting the right hand on top of the left hand. Inhale, press the elbow into the thigh, twist your torso to the right. As you exhale, go a little deeper. Keeping your shoulders relaxed, your neck relaxed. Take another inhale. And then exhale, release that, come forward. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands down on your mat. Take a block on the inside of the right foot. Heel toe your foot out, your right foot out towards the edge of the mat a little more. And then we'll go lower into lizard. So lower your forearms down on the block here. Your block can be at any level. You can either also be directly down on the mat. Making sure that that right knee is in line with the right ankle. If you need to just step your left foot back a little bit, you can do that as well. And double patting your mat or having a blanket underneath the knee can also support your back knee. Option here, that front foot can pivot onto the knife edge of the foot. So you can open the knee out and bring the foot onto its outer edge, opening the hip differently. Even more external rotation happening here. So notice maybe the difference in sensation as you do that. And then if you are out, bring the knee back to center, release the hands back down the mat, release the block, heel toe your foot back to center, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee here, and just hold it here for a second, breathing in. And then exhale, step the right foot back to meet the left into high plank. Take a deep inhale, send your weight forward, lower the knees, exhale, lower all the way down onto the mat. Untuck toes, inhale, cobra. Pull and lift the chest up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, reach, heart, lift. Exhale, lower. On your next inhale, tuck toes, either press yourself into a high plank or on the knees first, and then exhale, shift your weight back into down dog. Take a couple of breaths here, noticing how you feel in your body right now, all the way in the back line, into the heels, into the ankles, the calves. Come back to stillness. Inhale, raise the left leg behind you. Reach out of the back heel, pointing the left toes down towards your mat. Lifting out, reaching even higher with that left glute and the inner left thigh. So notice where your weight is in your hands. Try and have the weight pressing out of both hands here, relaxing the neck and the head. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest. We're here for one breath, so lift that knee up, lift that heel closer to the left glute, and then exhale, step it between the hands, lower the back knee. Inhale, reach heart forward. You can readjust the back foot, the back leg if you need to. Take a moment, maybe grab your blocks. And then Anjaneyasana, sweep your arms overhead into your low lunge. Take 2 deep breaths here. Send the breath down into the right side. Notice the sensations in the right hip. Keeping your abdomen activated here, pressing out of the front foot as well, so your legs are still active for you. Take a deep breath, shoulders away from the ears, look forward, and then exhale, twist to the left, arms parallel to the mat. So the bottom of your body is the same. It's the torso, it's the thoracic spine that is turning here, the upper body. Deep breath here. Option to drop the left hand down on the back thigh, sending the right arm overhead. This also works the balance. And then option to take that right elbow on the outside of the left thigh for a deeper twist here, taking the left hand on the right hand. Deep breaths. Notice the heat that's created just by this movement. And then on your next inhale, release, arms back to center and overhead. And then exhale, lower the hands back down on the mat. Take a block on the inside of the left foot on any level that you're at. Heel toe the left foot out slightly, and then just lower down onto the forearms on the block. Relaxing the jaw. Deep breaths here. Option to drop the left knee open, come onto the knife edge of the left foot. One more deep breath here. And just release any ideas that you might be holding on to how things should look like. Just come into your body and release the self-judgment and any other thoughts that might be holding you back from really appreciating your practice right now. You come back up to center. Bring your hands back onto your mat. Heel toe the foot back inwards. Frame the foot with your hands. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Stay here for 1 or 2 breaths. And then with stability and ease, just step the left foot back to meet the right into high plank. Option here to lower the knees, or exhale, lower down halfway into chaturanga, taking your time. Inhaling, up dog. In your up dog, roll the shoulders open, sternum forward, knees hovering off of the mat. And then exhale onto your knees or directly into down dog. Inhale, heels up, lift the tailbone up and away. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, heels up, bend the knees, look forward, hop or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, press out of the mat as you reach your fingers to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach. Bend the knees. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend the knees. Step the right foot all the way back. We'll set ourselves up for high lunge. You can widen your stance here if you need to, making sure that knee in the front is in line with your ankle. And then sweep your arms overhead when you're ready. Take a deep breath here into your high lunge. Notice if you have a deep bend in the back and you're lower down, it's a different sensation, different stretch than if you straighten the back knee and press out of the back heel. Either way, keep the right hip going forward and the left hip plugging back so you can really feel the right side opening here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Opening those arms out, relaxing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale, drop the hand on the back thigh. Exhale, reach that right arm overhead. Take a deep breath. Exhale. On your next inhale, take that right arm. You can bring your hands into prayer first or hook that right elbow on the outside of the left thigh, twisting yourself to the left. You can have your hands into prayer, pressing into the hands, or having your bottom hand in a fist and taking the fist with your left hand. Either way, press into the thigh with the elbow, twisting deeper. And then inhale back to center, reach the arms overhead. And then open up into warrior two, pivoting the back foot and bending the front knee as you open the arms out into a T. So you're in your warrior two here. Your back foot can be turned slightly inwards to face the right corner, top corner of the mat. And then look to the front knee. Make sure the knee is tracking open so you can see your middle toe. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Bending the front knee deeper. Feeling that nice line of energy. Opening the left side. Take a deep breath into the left ribs. Exhale. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, drop the left forearm on the left thigh. Extended warrior, sending the right arm overhead. Feel that nice opening from the back foot all the way to the fingertips. Instead of slumping into your front arm, press the leg away with your arm. So track the knee open with your forearm without putting too much weight into the forearm. Inhale, sweep your arms back up into warrior two. And then exhale, windmill your arms forward. Step it back into high plank. Let's flow here. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga, or knees down on your mat. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath here. Open your mouth, side out. Again. We're just gonna do one more, I guess, counter stretch you could say before we go on to the other side. Inhale, the left leg up behind you into three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the left knee into the left elbow as you shift your weight forward. Turn your shin to the right, lower down into pigeon. Inhale, lift the sternum up on your hands or your blocks. We're just going to stay up here in pigeon. We're not going down. 3 more deep breaths here. Taking your time, revisiting your intention for your practice and revisiting the energy that you're bringing onto your mat. When you're ready, press yourself, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, sweep that left leg back into three-legged dog, and then bring it back down to meet the right into down dog. Inhale, heels up, walk yourself to the front of the mat, maybe with legs straight, and when you get to the front, release the heels back down on your mat and fold forward, bending the knees generously here. And once again, swaying side to side. On your next inhale, bend the knees, come all the way up, pressing out of all 4 corners of the feet as you reach up. Feel the sides opening. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, interlace the fingers, point the index to the right again for a nice side stretch on the left side. Press the left hip out as you reach to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. Nice crescent moon or Bananasana. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center, bend the knees generously, and then the fingers interlace, send the palms forward, rounding your upper back, rounding yourself forward with your arms parallel to the mat. Inhale, flip the palms up to the sky, unbend the knees, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, flip your hands back, send them forward, parallel to the mat, rounding the back, drawing the navel into the spine, maybe sending the chin into the chest. Bent knees here. Inhale, flip the palms, reach them overhead. And then exhale, release hands down by your sides. Roll the shoulders back and down. Nice big circles with the shoulders. And then switch directions with your circles. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. Fold deeper here, drawing the navel into the spine, keeping yourself lengthened. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the left foot back, as far back as you can to set yourself up for your high lunge. You can widen your stance here. It depends on how wide your hips are. So if you need a wider stance, that's okay. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms overhead into your high lunge or crescent lunge. And again, you can have the back knee bent. It's just going to create a deeper stretch, maybe further down in the quad. In either case, keep the left hip going forward and the right hip going back, scissoring the legs, and feel the strength happening in the inner thighs as well here. You can also keep the back leg straight, pressing the heel back. Take a deep breath here. Bend the front knee deeper, making sure that it's in line with your ankle. Exhale, twist to the right here. So your bottom legs remain the same. Your hips remain the same. It's your torso turning. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release the hand on the back thigh, sending the left arm overhead. Inhale. Exhale, send the right elbow, the left elbow on the outside of the right hip or right thigh. And then twist to the right here. You can have your hands in prayer, keeping the thigh off of the belly. Keeping the belly off of the thigh. Feel your glutes, feel your inner thighs. On your next inhale, release here back to center, reach arms overhead. Exhale, open to the left into warrior two. So again, that back foot can be on a 45-degree angle, and then look forward. Make sure that when you bend your front knee, you can see your middle and your big toe. But if the back foot is turned inward slightly, you're already going to be setting yourself up for success with the front knee. It's automatically going to track open more easily. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior, staying low. Deep breath. Feel your back foot pressing into the mat and your front ball of the foot also pressing into the mat. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, extended warrior. Sweep that left arm overhead. Feel that nice line of energy. Keep the shoulder away from the ear, but reach out of the fingertips here. Feel it from the fingertips all the way down into the back foot. Minimal weight into the forearm. Press, track the knee open with the forearm. 3 breaths here. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center, warrior two arms. Look forward, past the 2 front fingers, shoulders down and away from the ears. Exhale, windmill your hands forward. Step it back into high plank. And then send your hips back into down dog. Pedaling the feet here. Come back to stillness. Inhale, reach the right leg overhead. And then exhale, draw the right knee into the right elbow. Turn the shin to the left. Slide your knee down. Come into pigeon. Maybe wiggle the back foot a little back more if you need to. Stay onto blocks or hands. Lift the sternum up. Feel the shoulders coming above the hips. Shoulders down and away from the ears. Feel yourself lifting as you inhale into the chest. And then exhale, draw the front ribs in. Feel the left hip coming forward as your right hip comes back. Deep breath here. And then slowly release the blocks if they were there. Bring your hands back down, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, sweep your leg back into three-legged dog, and then release the right foot to meet the left into down dog. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Heel toe your feet out about hip width apart or maybe even wider. Turn your feet out to maybe 45-degree angle. And then just sit your hips back into Malasana, or Yogi squat. You can sit on a block. Take a block. And then just sit onto the block. And here, if your block is there, it can really help you understand more the sensation we're trying to find in our bodies. And that is a lift, a lengthening of the spine. So sending the heart, the sternum up, and noticing the strength you're creating in your thighs and your glutes as well. So if you press your elbows into your thighs and your thighs into the elbows, you'll activate the legs, you'll activate the glutes. Just practice this, keeping your hands closer to your chest, but really it's about your chest coming to your hands. And lift out of the crown of the head. You can remove the block if you'd like to try without the block. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release the left hand down in front of the left foot. Sweep the right arm overhead. 2 breaths here. Press the left thigh into the left arm. Inhale back to center, hands to heart. And then exhale, release the right hand in front of the right foot, and then sweep the left arm overhead for a nice side twist. Deep breath here. Try not to collapse your weight into the arches of the feet. Send your weight back into the edges, outer edges, and heels. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, reach heart up. And then exhale, release the hands down on the mat, release the knees. Bring the knees together. Sit down into a child's pose. So release the chest onto the thighs, release the forehead, and relax the arms along your sides, palms facing up here. Maybe swaying side to side on the forehead and shins. And then bring your hands on underneath your shoulders, press yourself back up. And then just walk yourself forward a little bit into the middle of your mat. And tuck the toes, bringing your little pinkies forward. And then you can keep the weight into the block that's right in front of you. We're just going to do a bit of a toe stretch here. Otherwise, send your weight back into the heels, shoulders in line with your hips. And just breathe deeply into that toe stretch. Maybe closing the eyes here and noticing how that feels in your body. Take 3 more deep breaths. It may intensify in your toes, and just notice if you can stay in that sensation. Fully inhale and fully exhale. When you're ready, walk yourself forward, untuck the toes, tap, tap, tap. the toes down on your mat as much as you need to. And then keeping the block in front of you, keeping yourself, the knees together, the thighs together. Untuck the toes, sit back onto your heels, and then take the hands slightly behind the hips and just start lifting the shins off of the mat for a front foot stretch. Lift the sternum up, opening the heart towards the sky. Option to slide a block underneath the shins, just like this, to have support here for yourself. Deep breath into the front of the ankle, the front of the foot, and notice that counter stretch, how it may be feeling in the ankles all the way into the thighs, the knees, and then release here. Come back into tabletop. You can lift the heels, the shins off of the mat, rotating the ankles. Rotating the ankles. And then switch directions with your rotations. Good. That feels good in the ankles. And then come onto the sit bones. Grab your block. And we'll come into a boat pose. And we're going to place a block in between the thighs. So take the block either on the middle width or the thinnest width, whatever feels good for the width of your hips, as long as your knees are in line with your hips. Take the block in between the thighs. Your block can also be in between the shins as well, or the calves. Wherever feels good to you. And then take your hands on the back of the thighs or the front of the shins. Inhale, reach the heart up, lengthening the spine and the crown of the head up towards the sky, shoulders down and away from the ears. Exhale, round yourself into a sort of cat. We're not lifting our feet yet. We're just doing cat-cows in a seat here. Inhale up. Exhale, round, protracting the shoulder blades, drawing the navel into the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. Okay, inhale back to center. When you're ready, take your arms out and raise your legs off of the mat. Your knees can be at a 90-degree angle here. And just press your thighs into the block as you draw your chest up, lengthening the spine, drawing the navel into the spine. Hold here as you squeeze the block for 5, 4, 3. You can be shaking. 2, 1. Release the feet. Bring your hands underneath thighs. Inhale, reach heart up. Exhale, round. Inhale up. Rock yourself onto the tailbone here. Come back to center. Release the block. When you're ready, you can bring the knees together if you'd like to, squeezing the thighs in or keeping the knees hip width apart. Inhale, lift up into a modified boat. On your next inhale, deep breath, lift the sternum up, shoulders plugged into the sockets. Exhale, unbend the right knee, maybe straightening that right leg. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, straighten the left. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, straighten the right. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, straighten the left. Inhale back up to center. Hold the back of the thighs. Draw the chest closer to the thighs. Option to lift both feet up to the sky. You can also grab onto the back of the calves. Option to let go. Trying to see if you can keep a V. And then exhale, lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down into the mat. On your spine. Take 2 deep breaths here. Open your mouth, side out. We'll do that again. Exhale. Bring the soles of the feet down onto the mat. Draw the heels closer to the fingers. On your next inhale, press the lower back into the mat. Lift the tailbone up and then lift the hips off of the mat, feeling all of your lower and middle back lifting into your bridge. Press out of the heels. So press out of the heels, sending the knees forward and lifting with your glutes here. Keep the shoulders relaxed on the mat. Your knees are in line with the front of the mat as well. Ground down in the 3 corners of the outer feet. So the big toe, the little toe, the back heel, planted down. Lift a little higher, maybe pressing the pubic bone up higher. And then exhale, lower from the top spine. Keeping your tailbone tucked again into down on the middle spine. And then tuck it again and then onto your lower back. You can heel toe the feet outwards, collapsing the knees in, or you can windshield wipe the knees side to side. Use your breath here. Release the knees to the side as you exhale. Inhaling the knees back to center and then exhaling them down. Come back to center. Draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug here. Rolling yourself side to side. And then keeping the right shin in, release the left leg out. So reach the left heel and then release the leg down on the mat. Take a really deep breath into the lower belly. As you exhale, draw the knee into the chest, relaxing the chest, the shoulder blades down on your mat. Keeping a nice length in the back of the neck as you tuck the chin in slightly here. And then just drop the knee out to the right side and bring your right foot inside of the left thigh, opening your arms out into a T for belly up tree pose. So keep the legs relaxed here, but just allow the right hip to open up. Take another deep breath here. And release the breath all the way out, all the exhalation. Draw the knee back up to center, bring both knees into the chest. And then keeping the left shin drawn in, release the right leg out, reach it long, and then release the heel down on the mat. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, draw that left knee into the chest as you relax the shoulder blades, relax the upper body. Keep reaching with the right leg. Maybe closing your eyes and relaxing the jaw and the face. And then release that left knee open to the side. And then bring that left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Just drop the left knee open and relax here. Deep breath, deep down into the hips. And then exhale, melt your heart. Relax the back of the head into the mat. Feel a deeper connection here with the earth beneath you. Relaxing your inhales and your exhales, maybe lengthening them by a count of 2, so 2 more than your inhales. And then draw the left knee back to center. Bring the knees back in for one last hug. And then release down into your final Savasana. That can look like however you'd like. You can have a bolster underneath your knees. You can bring the soles of the feet together, opening the knees wide and into Supta Baddha Konasana. Or you can extend your legs wide open, maybe having your arms overhead. Take a full deep breath in from the bottom all the way up. Exhale, release. And stay here in your Shavasana, relaxing deeper, noticing the shift in your body. Noticing all the sensations that you produced tonight in your practice and how much love you gave yourself on your mat. Bring your attention to the deep pelvic bowl. Relaxing deeper down. Take as much time as you need in your Shavasana. Sending you so much love and so much energy for what's coming ahead. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or night. Namaste.